Well, hello. I'm out here in Newport Beach, enjoying the weather. It's the first little bit of sun we've had in a while, and just getting some sun rays, soaking up a tan if I can. I've been making and selling bikini style swimwear on Etsy for about a year now, about a year and a half. And I kind of want to just share what I've learned and maybe a little bit about each cut. One thing I really haven't liked about men's swimwear is that there really only are three variations. There's, shorts, the generic shorts, performance swimwear, Speedos, and then you get like really sexy cuts, and that's about it. And I wanted something that was skimpy, but not over the top. I think a lot of, obviously shorts, I don't like shorts. They're way too much fabric. They're uncomfortable when they're wet. They chafe. I don't like, Speedos are an optimal cut, but often they don't do well if you have big hips. They're designed for performance, so they're not the most comfortable. Sometimes they're too constricting, they're not breathable. And, the last kind, like thongs and G-strings, they're just too much. They show too much, and they usually just accentuate what you have, and I don't really like that look. And I wanted to bring something unique to the men's swimwear space. Today, the suit I'm wearing is the Laguna. I have it in the under the sea stingray pattern. A while back, I had a customer. He sent me this picture of this swimsuit. He saw the back of it. He said, "Hey, I want a swimsuit with a back like this." And after looking at it, I'm like, "Yeah, I could make a men's swimsuit that kind of has the same vibe to it." And so after testing out a few patterns, I came up with the Laguna. I think it's a very awesome design. Along with wearing it, it's one of the few suits I have a copy of right here. Here's the Laguna, here's the front, here's the back. My suits are designed to be reversible. Notice that you don't see any outer seams on the edges. There's an inner liner and an outer shell. Another feature of my suits, I don't like a center seam that runs all the way up the front of the suit. So in the case of this has a pretty roomy pouch, but it doesn't start till about midway down the navel. The back is a split seam. It's designed to hug the butt a little more, and I like suits with very narrow sides. I think that they're more flattering for certain body styles. So I'm really having a lot of fun with swimsuit design. There's a lot of things that I take into account when designing my swimwear, and there's a lot of little things that I think don't get thought about. I get ads for swimwear all the time, and usually they talk about either, it has a big pouch and, it makes your butt look nice. That's usually the gist of it. Maybe they'll talk about the fabric, if it's a performance suit or something, but beyond that, there really isn't a lot to go with. Let me go over just kind of a few of the features that I think about when I design my swimwear. So here I'm holding a Laguna. This is a Laguna. It's designed like a reversible suit. Very few men's swimwear are designed like this, where there's no visible seams on the outside. While this version doesn't have a drawstring, I don't think it needs it. It has very narrow sides. That's something you don't see in a lot of men's suits. I really like the narrow sides on this suit a lot. I have bigger thighs, and so having a suit that doesn't grip it hard and cause that weird bulge is really a nice thing to have. Like most men's suits, it does have a pouch. I don't like pouches that run all the way to the top. So in the case of this suit, it starts like mid-navel down. And this pouch actually has a lot of travel. This is about 6.5 inches, I think, where your package would go. A lot of men's suits, they put a lot of fabric down in the front, but then they put way too much kind of in the area between, your package and your butt. And I don't like that. It splits your legs. It's very uncomfortable. So I keep my grundle pretty narrow. This is a feature that you almost never see talked about, but I like. Now this one is kind of a cheeky bikini, so it does kind of go around your butt a little bit. It's not. It's definitely not a full coverage one. That being said, it hugs it pretty good. One of the other things too is the fabric. So years ago, I'd go kayaking and I'd wear, I owned bikinis from other manufacturers. I'd wear my bikini kayaking, and men's swimwear, you want it to be thick. You want it to hold your stuff. You don't want it to be too revealing, but you also don't want it to heat the boys up. And after I went kayaking, I started driving home, and the swimsuit I was wearing got really hot. It got so hot I had to go into a gas station, pull over, and remove the swimsuit because I was wearing it under my jeans. And I decided that if I make my own swimwear, I don't ever want that to happen. And so one of the things I did is I kind of tried out a bunch of different fabrics, saw which ones worked. The one I'm using now, keeps your stuff cool, and I think that's important. And the fact that I can wear it all day and be comfortable even when it's warm out, I think it's a very, very important feature of it.